Hey, let's cut to the chase here. The sales landscape is changing fast. And if you're not adapting, you're getting left behind. The strategies that worked a few years ago are showing their age. And the buyers today, they're more skeptical, more cautious, and a lot harder to win over. But here's the silver lining. With great change comes great opportunity. While most sales reps cling to outdated tactics, you have a chance to get ahead, way ahead. If you embrace these shifts and learn how to navigate the new reality of high-ticket sales, 2025 could be the year that redefines your earning potential. In this video, right here, right now, we're diving into what's happening right now in the world of sales and how you can position yourself as an unstoppable closer in years to come. Stick around because the insights I'm about to share could be the difference between just getting by and absolutely crushing it in 2025. So first, let's address the elephant in the room, the economy. This isn't a headline grab. It's the foundation of what's driving buyer behavior in 2025. We all felt it. Prices at the pump skyrocketing, grocery bills, rents, hikes. It's hitting everybody. The cost of living is higher than ever, and your prospects feel it in their wallets every single day. They're holding on their money tighter, scrutinizing every purchase, and taking their sweet time before saying yes to anything. As a sales rep, you got two choices: complain about it or adapt to it. And let me tell you, adapting means stepping up your game in a big way. It's no longer enough to show your prospect why your product is good. You have to show them why it's necessary. You're competing with essentials now, not just other offers. This is where flexible payment plans, financing options, and low barrier entry points become your best friends. It's not about lowering your prices or racing to the bottom. It's about making your offer feel doable even in a tough economy. Think of it as removing excuses before they even come up. Prospects aren't saying no because they don't want your product. They're saying no because they don't think they can afford it. Your job is to show them they can. When you meet your prospects where they are financially, you can turn the I can't into the I can. The economy is the only part of the equation. The other piece, the massive trust shift happening in the Infospace. So let's talk about trust. Because in 2025, this isn't just a nice to have, it's the ultimate leverage. The info and coaching world has grown exponentially, and with that growth has come major issues. Skepticism. Let's face it, there's been a flood of recycled content, overhyped offers, and bad actors who've overpromised and undelivered. And it's no wonder why people are hesitant. I mean, if you think you can just jump on a call, throw out some buzzwords, and expect a yes, you're in for a rude awakening. Buyers are vetting you before you even know they're interested. They're scrolling through reviews, checking testimonials, and Googling your offer to see if anyone's calling it a scam. This means your proof game needs to be airtight. Case studies, testimonies, and specific results aren't optional anymore. They're the minimum. And here's the kicker. It's not just about having proof. It's about having proof that speaks directly to your prospect's pains. Generic testimonials don't even cut it. Your proof needs to show in detail how your offer had solved the exact problem they're facing. And it's not just about your offer. It's about how you show up, your tone, your energy, your presence. These are all signals about whether you're trustworthy or not. Are you rushed and salesy, calm and confident? Are you listening, or are you just waiting for the next time to talk? Every interaction builds or breaks trust. Trust gets in the door, but to close a deal, you need to adapt on how you communicate. Let's dive into that shift towards DM closing. If you're still relying on calls to close deals, you're leaving money on the table. The game is shifting and DM closing is taking over. Here's why. No-shows are at an all-time high. Why? Because people want to be sold. Calls feel like a big commitment. Too much pressure, too much time, too much stress. But DMs, they're casual, they're low friction, and they're exactly where prospects are spending most of their time. Think about it. Your prospects are already scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp. If you can meet them where they are and start a natural, non-salesy conversation, you're already ahead of the game. But don't make the mistake. Casual for unskilled DM closing requires sharp instincts, strong writing skills, and the ability to handle objections without coming across as pushy. When done, Right? DM closing isn't just convenient for your prospects, it's faster for you. You can have multiple conversations running at once, and the flexibility of an asynchronous communication means you're not tied to a call or a schedule. And here's the thing, DM closing doesn't replace calls entirely. It complements them. For high-ticket deals, you still need that personal touch to seal the deal. But by starting the conversation DMs, you're lowering resistance and setting the stage for a smoother close. Closing deals in DMs requires a new mindset, one that's all about serving, not selling. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody wants to feel sold. What people want is someone who understands their problem and can guide them to their best solution. In 2025, your job isn't to be a salesperson, it's to be a trusted advisor. Serving, not selling, is the name of the game, and it starts with a simple mindset shift. Instead of thinking, how can I close this deal? Ask the question, how can I help this person? When you approach sales with a service-first mindset, everything changes. The conversation feels more natural, the resistance drops, and the trust builds organically. But make no mistake, serving doesn't mean you're passive. It means you're deeply engaged. You're asking the right questions, listening to the answers, and offering tailored solutions. Here's a pro tip for you. Frame your calls and conversations as exploratory sessions, not sales pitches. When prospects feel like you're there to help, not push, they open up. And when they open up, you can position your offer as the obvious next step. Serving your prospect starts before the first conversation. It begins with how you are nurturing them and following up. If you think sales stops at the first no, you're missing out on half the game. Follow-up isn't just about persistence, it's about building trust over time. Most buyers aren't ready to commit after one conversation. They need time to think, evaluate, and build confidence in their decision. This is where follow-up becomes your secret weapon. But follow-up isn't just about checking in, it's about adding value. Maybe you send them a case study that speaks to their pain point, or a quick video answering a question they had. Every touch point should reinforce the idea that you're the right choice. Think about the long game here. I've had prospects who come back 6 months, even a year after the initial conversation, ready to buy because I stayed consistent. If you're not following up, you're leaving money, thousands, maybe millions on the table. Nurturing builds relationships, but to truly stand out in 2025, you need to focus on connection. And at the end of the day, sales is about one thing, connection. People buy from people they trust, and trust is built through genuine relationships. Connection isn't about being slick or using fancy sales techniques. It's about showing up as real, empathetic as a human can be. Listen, your prospects understand their fears and goals. Speak their language. When you master the art of connection, you stop being just a salesperson, you become a partner in your prospect's success. And that's where the magic happens. So now, let's talk about a trap that many sales reps fall into: offer hopping. In 2025, this habit is going to be a surefire way to sabotage your long-term success. Here's the reality: no offer is perfect. There will be slow weeks, there will be frustrating clients, but jumping ship to ship every time things get tough doesn't make you look good. It makes you look unprofessional. It prevents you from building consistency and skills needed to truly succeed. When you hop from one offer to another offer, you're constantly starting over, learning new scripts, adjusting to new teams, and trying to figure out new products. Instead of mastering your craft, you're stuck in the beginner's loop, and it keeps that income from coming in, and it keeps you capped at the income you have. The truth is, the best reps make their money on follow-ups. That means sticking with an offer long enough to build a pipeline, nurture relationships, and close deals that might take weeks or even months to finalize. Sales is a long game, and its patience is what pays off. If things are slow, don't blame the other right away. Communicate with your team. Ask the CEO, the marketing leads about what's happening on the back end. It's a temporary lull. Or is there a bigger issue? Be proactive, not reactive, and you'll sell yourself apart as a true professional. Longevity in this game isn't just about sticking with an offer, it's about consistently upgrading your skills. If you've been relying on the same old DM scripts to land gigs, it's time for a wake-up call. DM outreach isn't dead, but it's definitely harder, and that's exactly why you need to master it. Let's face it, Everyone and their dog is sliding in DMs these days saying, hey bro, I'm a closer, got any gigs? If you're sending messages like that, you're blending into the noise. So how do you stand out? The answer is personalization. Before you send that message, do your homework, look into the company, watch their content, reference something specific about their brand, position yourself as someone who genuinely understands their needs. For example, instead of saying, hey, I'm looking for a closing role, you might just say, hey, John, I've been following up on your content for a while, and I love the mission behind your brand. I noticed you're scaling your coaching program, and I'd love to help you close more clients and maybe free up some time for you when you start to really grow. I've closed over $10 million in similar offers and would be happy to bring that expertise to you and your team. That level of detail shows that you're serious and drastically increases your chances of getting a response. While DM outreach is still effective, the real cheat code in 2025 lies in leveraging your network. In sales, your network is your net worth. And in 2025, building a strong network isn't optional, it's essential. Think about it. When business owners are hiring closers, they're not starting with random DMs. They're asking their inner circle. Who do you know? If you're not plugged into those circles, you're missing out on the best opportunities. The good news, building a network doesn't have to be complicated. Start by joining communities, like-minded professionals. Engage in discussions, share your wins, ask questions, offer value. Over time, you'll become the go-to person people think of when they need a closer. Proximity is power. The more you're around successful people, the more opportunities will attract. So stop hiding behind your keyboard, put yourself out there, make connections, and let your reputation speak for itself. A strong network opens doors, but to truly thrive, you need to be in the right industry at the right time. The Infospace has been a goldmine for years, but in 2025, it's time to expand your horizon. Here's the deal. The Infospace isn't dead, but it is evolving. Buyers are becoming more cautious, and the market is getting crowded. If you limit yourself to courses and coaching, you're leaving money on the table. So what's next? High ticket sales opportunities exist in every industry, from high tech to health clinics to luxury services. There's a whole world of offers that need skilled closers. But the best part, many of these industries are less saturated than the Infospace, giving you a huge competitive advantage. If you're serious about longevity, start looking at industries outside your comfort zone. Research the sales process, learn the lingo, and position yourself as a closer who can adapt to any market. The more versatile you are, the more valuable you will become. And finally, let's talk about the biggest differentiator of all, becoming the kind of sales rep companies want. Let me ask you this. Are you just another sales rep? Or are you someone who adds so much value that the companies can't imagine letting you go? Here's the harsh truth. Most sales reps are replaceable. They show up, they go through the motions, collect their commissions, but the best reps, they bring something extra to the table. They're proactive, they're problem solvers, and they're always looking for ways to improve not just their performance, but their company's results. Being irreplaceable means mastering the basics, showing up on time, listening more than you talk, and actually caring about the prospect's success. But it also means going beyond. Are you sharing insights with your team? Are you helping refine the offer based on prospect feedback? Are you doing everything you can to make your team and your clients better? When you operate at this level, you're not just a sales rep anymore, you're a trusted partner. And trust me when I say this, companies will do whatever it takes to keep someone like you on their team. The truth is, 2025 is going to separate the average from the elite. The question is, which side will you be on? The sales game is changing, but the fundamentals haven't. Trust, adaptability, and relentless efforts are still the keys to success. The only difference, the stakes are higher and the rewards are bigger for those who step up. Take what you've learned today and start implementing now. Build trust, master DM closing, expand your network, and explore new industries. The opportunities are there. You just have to go out and get them. 2025 is coming fast, and the choice is yours to make today. What you do will determine where you stand a year from now. Will you be just another rep struggling to keep up? Or will you be at the top of your game, leading the charge in this new era of sales? The choice is yours. Make it happen. Let's get after it and make 2026 your bitch.